Let's make it a good day.
Today on The Jason Show, royal revelations. Prince Harry spills all with 60 Minutes, and he's taking aim at the king's new wife, Camilla. Plus, big-time pay bump. The cast of Stranger Things is making bank for the final season. Wait until you hear just how much the stars are getting. And one of our favorites, producer Ted gets the chance to chat with Oscar winner Jessica Chastain about playing a country music legend in her new TV show.
Here we go.
Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Thank you, audience. New year, new audience. This is great. Welcome to the Jason Show. You know me.
I wish I had that kind of enthusiasm every Monday morning when I woke up.
Every Monday morning.
Every
you can
single
work on
one.
it.
I know, yeah. Well, I'm impressed. This audience is terrific.
And who are you?
I'm Pierre, by the way. Good to be back. Thanks for having me again. In for Jason. He'll be back next week, I promise. But for the rest of the week, you're going to get a steady dose of Kendall and the Nudes right here.
It's going to be good.
It's going to be oh so good.
Thank y'all. And we have a live audience, which is so exciting.
Yes.
We do. Thank y'all for coming.
Yes.
And you look good, too.
And don't worry, you're going to get refunded now that Jason's not here. You'll get tickets to a future show. I promise
it's free.
it's going to be all good.
It's
free.
free.
It's free?
Yeah, we don't pay.
Swag, we have swag for them, Jeff.
Like
yes,
things.
right? Yes,
We have
you
the
give me a
gloves
thumb
and
up.
stuff.
You'll get stuff. You'll get more stuff you don't need,
Yeah.
stuff you'll maybe sell at a garage sale later on in the future.
You can find these for like $2.25 at the Goodwill
That
sometimes.
sounds like a deal to me.
It's exciting.
That sounds like a deal to me.
Pierre, how was your new year? How are you?
I'm doing well. You know what? This is probably I've done the show about a dozen times now, and you always start, you know what? I'm doing fine. How are you doing? Nobody asks like how Kendall's doing. How is Kendall? How was your new year? How was your weekend? How's everything going?
The new year was great.
Yeah?
Yes.
Glad to hear it.
We actually spent it too. So I had not been well for like a few days in a row.
Oh no.
But I made sure that I took myself out for New Year's.
I'm glad you did. I didn't get a chance to do that, unfortunately, even though I had
Why?
to. See, nothing just came out, and I was bummed out because
Nothing came out. Pierre, it's New Year's.
Yeah, I know. It's one of my favorite holidays of the year. I love getting dressed up and going out to a New Year's party. That's one of my favorite parties of the entire year, and instead, I was on the couch doing nothing.
Pity.
Sad.
That was a pity sigh for you.
Although I did get to go to New York 3 days prior to that.
Oh.
For work. So yeah, so no
Why
reason
didn't you
to feel
just
totally bad.
stay?
You
You were covering the bowl game, I know.
I was, yes. I was there covering the Gophers. I should have stayed in New York. What was I thinking?
The ball drop. Okay, so can I tell you something about the ball drop?
Yeah.
So my girlfriend's mom went one year, and she was like, I'm gonna see the ball drop. It's this big epic thing. I have to go. She said she's glad she did it, but it was one of the worst ideas ever because you cannot leave.
Yeah.
You have to sit in your seat.
Yep.
And people like wear diapers because you can't leave your spot in order to have a good spot.
Wow.
She happened to know a couple of police officers who were, she was like, can you just kind of like scoot into my spot so that I can go?
Right.
So it was fine. But can you imagine?
No, I really cannot. I mean, my goodness, are you kidding me? What?
Can you imagine?
What is happening? Did we get that on tape? I mean, like people in adult diapers out in Times Square watching the ball drop.
They got a good spot. They don't want to move. You know what I'm saying?
I can't blame them for not wanting to move, but at the same time, too, you're not putting an adult diaper on me, I can tell you that. And you know what? I never thought I would say that on television my entire career. Like, here I am. Like, that's a first.
That's what we do for people here
That's
at the
a
Jason
first.
Show.
Yeah.
We offer all kinds of things. Like, depends for our guest host.
Sounds like a sponsorship opportunity for me.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. You know what time it is. Pierre, I'm going to hand you a
Give it.
spatula.
You know what my favorite thing to do? It's eat.
It's eating. It's time for the hot dish.
Bring it out.
Serve it. Do I look really tan or do you look really pale?
I'm going to go with me looking really pale because it's that time of the year where I lose my California Golden Touch.
Oh, okay.
So that's
because normally you
again.
look much tanner than
Wait,
me.
am I just depressing everybody today? Like, I mean,
Everyone's
that's like
just-
the
you're
second
getting a lot
I've
of-
gotten from the audience.
A lot of pity ahs.
I know, seriously.
Let's see if we can
Feel
get
bad
one.
for me, people. Feel bad.
He's such a sad, sad boy.
What a sad state of affairs. Speaking of sad state of affairs.
I'm gonna read this now, Pierre.
I know. Yeah, that's fine. I was just teeing you up.
Okay, thank you. An explosive week is coming for Prince Harry and the royal family. We've been talking about them a lot lately. His book, Spare, debuts tomorrow, and last night he spilled some tea with Anderson Cooper on 60 Minutes. Now, among the juicier details, because they did a two-parter, so there's like a full 30 minutes of Prince Harry interviews, he took aim at Queen Consort Camilla, who tried to repair her image at the cost of taking out others. Look at this.
You wrote that she started a campaign in the British press to pave the way for a marriage, and you wrote, I even wanted Camilla to be happy. Maybe she'd be less dangerous if she was happy. How was she dangerous?
Because of the need for her to rehabilitate her image.
That made her dangerous.
That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press. And there was open willingness on both sides to trade of information. And with a family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being Queen Consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that.
Harry says over the years he was one of those bodies. He accuses Camilla and even his father at times of using him or William to get better tabloid coverage for themselves. Prince Harry writes, Camilla, quote, sacrificed me on her personal PR altar.
If you are led to believe as a member of the family that being on the front page, having positive headlines, positive stories written about you is going to improve your reputation or increase the chances of you being accepted as monarch by the British public, then that's what you're going to do.
Ooh, he spilled all the British royalty.
Wow.
He also talked about how he struggled to cope with his mother's death and how he blames the British press for a lot of his heartache. I think he referred to them as the dragons in Game of Thrones.
Wow.
They're the dragons.
I have to admit to you,
What?
I don't really know anything about this family. Why people are obsessed with them, why everybody, I'm getting head shakes left and right. Like, what is the big freaking deal?
You don't know anything about the royals?
I know
the
that.
House of Windsor?
I know that.
Mountbatten?
Wait, that was Harry, right? No.
Oh my God.
William. Which one's which?
That would be
That was
Harry.
Harry. Okay, I know that Harry married Meghan. I know that.
Oh, that's-
I know he is now
Way
in
to
America.
go,
So yeah, I know that. I know that part at least. But I did watch a snippet of that interview yesterday, and it sounded like there was a physical altercation between him and William at one point, which I was just like, brothers don't fight. Brothers got to hug. Like, what's that all about? What is going on in that family?
Have you ever gotten in a fight with your sister?
I have,
like
yes.
a fist fight?
No, a fist
Oh,
fight.
no, I was just wondering, like,
no.
as a kid, little kids fight over
No,
things.
I'm sure we probably wrestled over something. Like, yeah, maybe some of that, but no, never a straight up, no, like, she never threw a right hook right in my face or anything like that, no.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, yeah. That's a different thing.
Sisters fight different, I guess.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess
Sisters are
that's
just different.
I guess that's true.
No, he had some
Yeah, explain this to me,
tea.
please.
Okay, so we all know why they left
Yeah.
because Meghan was getting attacked by the press.
Right,
and so now
sure,
they've
okay.
come out with their show on Netflix explaining everything.
Got it.
I love Harry and Meghan.
Okay.
A lot of the things and I haven't read the book, it hasn't officially come out. I think it comes out today, maybe, or tomorrow, tomorrow, if you're watching this on Monday. So I haven't read it all, but all the little the little crumbs that are getting spilled
right.
are like the fights, making fun of his brother's balding.
Sensitive topic there for some men.
Okay, so I think there's a difference between laying out all the truths and getting their side out there and being like, some of these things should probably just stay in the family. Like, we don't need to spill all that tea.
Yeah, no thanks.
Jeff agrees, but Jeff also is not into the royals. He's team. No, you are not team. You're not team Harry and Meghan. No, I love see. Okay. See, Aaron and I are with Meghan, but Jeff is definitely William and Kate.
I do know that Meghan was on Deal or No Deal, which I watched religiously with Howie Mandel back in the day. I'm pretty sure she was case 24, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody look that up. I think I got that right. I'm pretty sure. We'll wait. No, we'll just sit here in silence while Jeff looks it up, and we'll find out whether all right or not. We'll get back to that in a minute.
I'm worried about you.
I know, I am too. Next in the dish, Rihanna. I was getting the hold on. No, we're going to do this one for. Oh, she was 24?
Shut up, you knew
Come on! You know it. Yes, indeed.
Here.
Hey, I know my Deal or No Deal. I know. Don't take me away from my game shows now.
Okay, I don't know if I should be impressed or actually
or scared.
worried.
I mean, we'll figure that out later in the show. Next in the dish, Rihanna is getting fans excited for her Super Bowl halftime show on Instagram. Yeah, she posted a little tease here with the caption, 5 weeks from today, the Super Bowl will be held February 12th outside of Phoenix. Rihanna recently had a baby last year, right?
Yeah, this was last year.
And she is a global megastar. We've seen so many big acts at the Super Bowl over the year. Last year, it's going to be tough to top last year's halftime. Do you remember who was on the halftime?
I don't even remember. That's how easy it was.
Dr. Dre, Eminem.
Oh, that was fun.
Kendrick
That
Lamar,
was the big.
Mary J. Blige.
They were on the rooms.
Yeah, that was
On the rooms.
That was the halftime show where everybody was like, "Man, I can't, all these old people are not even going to get this show." And then I realized, oh wait, I'm the old person.
I'm the old person.
This is like I grew up with this music. I'm now the old person.
It's me. Hi.
Yeah, I'm sure. I can't believe that soon will probably be the halftime show. I would imagine at some point.
Taylor Swift,
Taylor
someday.
Swift at some point or another. But Rihanna.
She's gonna be good, but
she's
was
gonna
that
be
really
fantastic.
like we're like Apple Music, the NFL were like, look at this tease, and I'm like, it's a video of Rihanna in a sweatshirt.
I was at Super Bowl 50 when Coldplay was the halftime act.
Did they do a tease like that?
It wasn't like that, but I remember they had a press conference like a couple days leading up to it, and then I remember Chris Martin like being jovial as he always is, but at the same time he's like, why am I sitting here explaining to the press why I'm going to be doing a halftime show? It's been promoted 50 million times. You've heard my music. Just watch the show. It's going to be great.
So you're saying that's what Rihanna did? She's like, I'm not gonna actually show you anything. I'm just gonna wear this sweatshirt and be like, you're going to watch.
That's all she needs to do. She's Rihanna. She can do whatever she wants.
If I could agree with you on anything, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
She's Riri.
She's fantastic. Riri.
You guys have, let's see, 59 minutes, no, 40, I don't know, my math is
yeah.
great, which
Hi,
is why
math on
I
Monday.
work in TV.
Yeah, that's true.
49 more minutes to go with Pierre and I. Coming back right
Can't
after
wait.
this. 49.
Is that all?
48.
It is Monday, but we are certainly not lacking in any energy. This crowd, I tell you, they're something else.
Thank you.
Who does your nails, by the way?
I hate you so much right now. Okay, you guys, we'll just point this out.
Yeah, just get it out of the way now.
We had a snowstorm last week
Yeah.
in Minnesota, and apparently that takes precedence over your nails. The snowstorm knocked out my ability to get to my nail appointment.
Struggle is real.
How rude, right? How rude at that
Rude.
snowstorm, because
Rude.
now I have 3 fingernails that look like I should
You're just like, you can
I
always
keep,
just fold
like,
your
doing
arms,
this.
doing that. Yeah, don't look at my nails, people.
I keep touching my mug, and then I'm like, curl them back in like a little turtle.
Well, I think we can get that fixed for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm due at 12:45.
Okay,
so.
well, thank goodness. All right, we'll get to that, and we'll have an update on Kendall's nails on tomorrow.
What color will she pick?
Yeah, what? It's gonna be. That's a teaser if I've ever heard one. Welcome back, everybody. Allison Williams starts in the new horror film Megan, but she also just had a baby, and that means her dad, legendary anchorman Brian Williams, is now a grandpa, and she talked with Jimmy Fallon about that on last night's Late Night Rewind.
So the biggest mystery, it's the first grandchild, and so the big question was like, what are the names? And so my parents were going for JJ and Bub. That was the goal. My dad was going to be Bub. But because my dad is a little bit of a ham, as you may know.
Is he?
Yeah, slightly. And making a baby laugh is like one of the greatest achievements one can have in the world.
I agree.
For some reason, every time he saw our baby, he would quote the great Jerry Lewis, who you know as well, and he'd say, "Hey, lady," but do you mind performing it the way Jerry Lewis?
Hey, lady!
And like, there's no like logical reason.
I love it.
There's like a tiny baby who's like cute and cuddly and small and like just learning how to move and like blink and stuff. And my dad's walking into a quiet room and just going,
Hey, lady! Hey, lady!
Exactly.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh,
So,
that's fantastic.
His whole life, every time he comes in, that's what he says. Cut to now. Guess what our son is calling my dad?
Lady?
Yes.
Oh, how time works in mysterious ways. I love that.
Absolutely. Man,
Grandpa,
she looks tall.
hi, lady.
How tall is she? She looks
I
really
think she's
tall.
like my 5'9", 5'10", maybe.
Well, it's one of those things, like, everybody just looks taller on TV. I don't know how many
true.
times this happened to you, but I thought you were taller.
Oh,
It's like,
no,
oh.
everyone always is like, oh, you're tall.
Oh, well.
I'm like, thanks.
That's better than coming to me. I thought you were taller. Like,
I usually get, oh,
Sorry?
you look thinner in real life. I'm like, all right, well, with
Okay.
that, it's time for a special serving of hot dish all the way from Hollywood. Please give it up for Brad from TMZ. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Good morning, guys. I love that little intro.
You're welcome. I'd do anything for you. First up, okay, on a serious note, sad news for fans of the TV show 8 is Enough. Adam Rich died. What do we know about it?
Yeah, and you know, Kendall, I mean, he's struggled over the years, Adam Rich has, with substance abuse and everything, and he's been open about it, but we don't really know yet, at least, what a cause of death for Adam Rich is. We know over the weekend, he was discovered at his LA area home. He's only 54 years old. He was unresponsive. Police tell us, look, it doesn't appear that there was any foul play or anything along those lines, so we kind of have to wait for an autopsy and, of course, a toxicology report. But of course, if you watched 8 is Enough as a kid, you knew him as Nicholas Bradford there, the youngest of the children in the family, and he was a huge child star. I think it was VH1 did a top 100 child stars, and he, I believe, was 73, so he was definitely made his mark as a child star, and like I said, I mean, he kind of left Hollywood. He had his struggles, but there's a lot of memories for people, and Adam Rich.
Yeah, sad story there, Brett. 54 is still young. I mean,
Right?
It's young age. Sad. All the best to him and his family. And next up, though, Brad, Packer fans are in mourning today, but Aaron Rodgers appears to have found a new special person. Which one is it this time?
Yes, very interesting. So he's been linked to Mallory Edens, and Mallory's dad owns the Milwaukee Bucks NBA team. And we actually got video of the two of them from early December that we just published on the website, hanging out, sitting next to each other, courtside at a Bucks game, and sharing some Mike and Ikes. So I know that the relationship just went public, but you see the evidence there. I think this was serious for a while if they're sharing Mike and Ikes in early December.
Yeah, Brad, I don't
You
mean
don't
to
do that with everyone.
I don't mean to put Brad on the spot here, but Brad, I mean, if I'm not mistaken, Aaron Rodgers has a stake ownership, a small portion of stake ownership in the Bucks. Is that not a conflict of interest?
You'd think so, but I guess Mallory's not technically an owner as well.
Oh,
maybe
fair
it's
enough.
okay because it's just her dad, but I hear you, it's interesting. But I think the proof is in the Mike and Ike, so that this is legit.
Fair enough.
That's all you need. Just
Fair
wait
enough.
until they get out the Skittles, then
Yeah.
you know it's real love.
That's
Then
right.
there's wedding bells. Right.
Not about it. Brad from TMZ, we always appreciate the time. Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, guys.
I was told off camera that Allison Williams stands at 5'6", which
She fooled me.
she fooled me. I mean, like she looked like she was her knees looked like they were all the way up on her chin in that
They're like
chair.
giraffe legs.
But
She
yeah,
got nice legs.
5'6". I mean, that's good, strong height. Yeah.
Thank you, Pierre,
Right?
for that.
Aren't you
Good
5'6"?
strong height. I'm 5'8" and 1/8. Haven't
Are you?
grown since 7th grade.
Hey, my mistake. My mistake.
Someday I'll start shrinking.
Yeah.
Someday.
Not anytime soon though. Don't sell yourself short. All right, next in the disc, the Shark Tank star Mark Cuban was featured on CBS
great.
Sunday Morning. I just heard it too. I just heard what just came out of that was not intended. Not intended at all, but I just heard it. So sometimes things just work out for the best,
Gonna
right?
feel
All
old.
right. Anyway, Mark Cuban was on Sunday Morning yesterday. The Cubes is that what we call them? The Cubes? Really? He's promoting his new prescription drug company, but talking about how he got his entrepreneurship mentality. Take a look at this.
When I was in my 20s and my 30s and my early 40s, it was all about how much money could I make. But at this point in my life where the next dollar that I bring in isn't going to change my life, my kids' life, their kids' lives, the capitalistic reward comes from having an impact.
At the age of 64, Mark Cuban's been focused on the next dollar for close to 50 years, since he was a kid in Pittsburgh.
Selling garbage bags door to door, selling magazines, selling candy door to door.
You did all that?
All that. Hi, my name is Mark. Do you use garbage bags? If you just call me every time you need garbage bags, they're only $6 per 100. I'll come and I'll just drop them off at the house. Once you're a salesperson and you know how to sell, there's nothing you can't do.
No, fair enough, absolutely. Mark sold his first company for $2 million and then sold his .com business to Yahoo for $5 billion. He then bought the Dallas Mavericks for $200 million, and that franchise is now worth $3 billion. So what I'm trying to tell you, Kendall,
Yeah.
Mark Cuban,
Is rich.
he rich.
He really,
He
really
rich.
rich.
He rich. He got lots of scratch, all of the dough, whatever terminology you want to use for whatever. I'm just making it up as I go along. I'm a sports guy. Who cares? I don't have to sound smart on this show.
Wait,
Wait,
what are you saying about our show that you don't have to sound smart on our show? Is that because the math problem that I tried to do and be funny and witty and I couldn't do it?
I'll help you with the math if you need it. I mean, I was good at math as a kid.
I was in Math Masters. I have a T-shirt to prove it.
Do you? Are you gonna bring that? Okay, so on tomorrow's Jason show,
Not doing my
Kendall's
fingernails.
nails and what is it called? What was the shirt? Masters?
Masters.
That will be on the show tomorrow, too. Yes,
Masters.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Great.
Math is fun, everybody.
We came in third.
Did you?
Out of 4 teams, but we came in
Oh,
third.
wow, okay. You just did some good math there. You're in the top 75 percentile.
Third is the best, right? Isn't that the worst? First the worst, second is the best. Oh, third is with the hairy chest. Never mind. I don't want a hairy chest. Okay, next in the dish. Speaking of money.
Jeff with you. Let's move
Off
this
the
along
rails.
here, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Ka-ching!
Good.
That's the sound the stars of Stranger Things are hearing ahead of their 5th and final season. Okay, we're learning how much the cast will make for the final season. Adults, that's Winona Ryder and David Harbour, which you could almost call the kids adults these days, will be making $9.5 million.
Wow.
Original kid actors, Caleb, Noah, Finn, Sadie, all the crew, they'll be making $7 million. For comparison, the kids made $25,000 per episode in season 1. So that's quite the stretch.
That's a big difference.
If you're wondering why I didn't mention Millie Bobby Brown, that's because she is in a category all by herself. Now, she has an existing overall deal with Netflix that includes other projects. We actually don't know how much you could really break it down per episode for her.
Okay.
Her deal's a little hard to figure out too. I was kind of curious. I'm like, well, how much is she getting from Netflix? This 18-year-old's a bajillionaire. It doesn't really say anywhere. So that means it's a lot of money.
I mean, it doesn't really surprise me that they were only making, the kids were only making $25,000 that first season, because you don't know if it's going to be a hit yet or not. I mean, once it takes off, then you can kind of get in those contract negotiations. But I mean, those kids are making pretty good money right now, I'd say.
Making bank.
Still haven't seen the show though. For the love of God. I mean,
I think Erin just fainted. She fainted into the fake teddy bear that we still have for some reason.
I'm going to get on that. Yes, Addie, I'm going to get on that train. Okay, I'm sorry.
He got a look from Addie.
I really did. All right,
Real
next in
look.
the dish, from the people behind Formula One's Drive to Survive, there's a new series coming to Netflix that goes behind the scenes of professional tennis. It's called Break Point. Here's a clip of the trailer.
The hardest thing in sports is expectation. We've been blessed with an era of greatness. Roger, Rafa, Serena, Novak.
Who will take their place?
I want to be #1 in the world.
In tennis, you are out there by yourself.
It's not easy to manage all the pressure.
The expectation for me to be the next big thing is massive.
I know how much work I've put in.
I'm chasing a dream.
This tournament can change your life.
Your body doesn't know what it's about to face.
Serena Williams.
She's the favorite. I'm the underdog.
I have to dedicate all my life to the sport. It's now or never. We need to find a way to win.
Fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yes, indeed. That looks fantastic. The show follows pro tennis players for a full year as they travel across the globe for all 4 Grand Slams. Breakpoint hits Netflix later this week. I, for one, will be a viewer because I'm a huge fan of tennis. I don't think it gets enough coverage. It is a great sport. There's a lot of colorful characters, especially you saw Nick Kyrgios in that trailer at some point or another. I certainly want to see what he has to say. And there's Andy Roddick right there. But
was he the guy who broke his racket in the clip?
I believe so. If I'd have to go back and watch it again. But yes, Nick Kyrgios has certainly broken more than his fair share of tennis rackets during his playing career. That's for sure.
And you were saying one of the guys in it is the young guy from America. He's an American kid, right? Who made it farther in the U.S. Open than he was supposed
Francis
to.
Tiafoe had a great run at the U.S. Open back in September. A rising star in the American tennis scene. American tennis, especially on the men's side, I should say, really hasn't enjoyed a lot of success since Andy Roddick retired. So it's all been about Roger Federer, Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic. The American men's tennis is still waiting for them to kind of get back up on the rise. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And that's tennis with the nudes right here on The Jason Show.
Sports knowledge on The Jason Show, everyone. You might never, ever see it again.
Much more to come. Much more to come. Much more to come right here, everybody. We'll be right back. More of The Jason Show.
Sports knowledge.
Producer Ted and an Oscar winner. We don't get to say that very often. Ted talks to Jessica Chastain and Michael Shannon about becoming country royalty in their Showtime series, George and Tammy. Plus, movie guilty pleasures. A new list names the movies we can't stop watching. And it's Monday, so we're opening up the Jason Show mailbag to see what you have to say about the show. Sit back and relax. The Jason Show is coming right back.
Welcome back, everybody. Good to be here on the Jason Show. Jason, still on vacation. As we can see, he's going to be on vacation the rest of the week.
He's been trolling me.
How so?
Sending me photos of his feet in the sand, his cocktail next to the beach, his foot in the water at the pool.
Everybody seems to be going to Florida. How come you and I aren't doing it?
He's in Hawaii.
Oh, is that where he is? Oh, well, same thing, right? You know, it's a beach and an ocean.
I don't think Florida and Hawaii are the same thing at
so?
all, and people are going to get real upset over that.
It's all part of the U.S., whatever. When it comes to Hollywood actresses, though, there is no one, and I mean no one, producer Ted likes more than Jessica Chastain.
You may have noticed we always have her in late night circuits, always in our show. The Oscar winner is in a new limited series on Showtime called George and Tammy. Why am I talking like this? She's nominated for a Golden Globe, and Ted tried to keep it together while interviewing her and her co-star, Michael Shannon. Could he do it?
No.
This is a great show, and I hope people like me who didn't have Showtime before, I hope they sign up. Showtime's got a great deal going on right now. Jessica, this is the story of George Jones and Tammy Wynette. Country music singers kind of going in opposite directions.
Yeah, going in opposite directions physically, but not emotionally or spiritually. I mean, they really, once they connected, their bond was so strong, it lasted throughout their lives, and it inspired their music and so much artistry around them. So that's what was so moving about telling their story.
Michael, your character at times is a bit messy. And Tammy is the opposite. So how did you guys sometimes, she's like the goody two shoes kind of, homemaker, like takes care of the guy, maybe, I don't know. How do you guys get that to gel so well?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I don't think anybody sets out to be a hot mess. I don't think they wake up in the morning and think, man, I hope I really screw everything up today, I think underneath it all, he really did want to, and I think that's in the show, that he wanted to be there. He even says, I think it's in the first episode, you ever think about being better, I think he's always thinking about that. And particularly when he's in love, when Tammy inspires him to want that for himself and for her.
Stand by your man.
There's something about having a #1 hit.
And show the world you love him.
It does something to a person.
Keep giving all the love you can.
After your first #1, can't wait for the next one.
Now the race is on and here comes Pride up the backstroke.
Put your hands together for George Jones.
You live in a fast world.
Fast is the only speed I know. It's Tammy Wynette.
He was so right for the role, so I just called him and said, what do you think about this? And then he was traveling, I think, in Ojai, and he said he kept seeing pictures of Tammy Wynette and George Jones everywhere he went. So it was like all these signs that it was meant to be.
Yeah, there was a store in Ojai that had, because COVID was going on, so their sign to wear a mask was a George and Tammy album cover where they had stuck little masks on their faces. When I saw that, I thought, this is the universe telling me this something.
Michael, what's it like to work with someone who's got that fresh Oscars glow?
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. I mean, she had the glow before she got the Oscars. She's always had the glow. She had the glow back when I met her in 2010. We did get to fondle her Oscar at the airport.
That sounds so dirty.
Oh, it wasn't just me. It was a big group of people. We all
Fondling
took it
my
out.
Oscar. Hey guys, want to fondle my Oscar?
Yeah. Because you had just gotten it, right?
Yeah, it was. We were at the airport.
Yeah, and it was amazing. You had to get it through security. Didn't they stop you and they're like, Miss, what did you have to show it to them?
No, actually, this is going to sound quite braggy, but I had the Oscar and the SAG award in my carry-on because we were going to leaving Wilmington, and it went through X-ray, and I saw it stopped the picture of the the X-ray of the Oscar, and I asked the gentleman, I was like, "Can I take a picture of your TV?" And he's like, "No." He was so mad at me. I was like, "Okay, sorry."
Just a once in a lifetime thing, you know.
Jessica, I mean, if you look back the last 10, 15 years, I mean, I could watch Molly's Game on repeat probably every day for the next 5 years. Zero Dark 30, the same. An incredible run. Do you ever just pinch yourself and think like, wow?
Yes, every day. I mean, even now, like I'm doing this interview with Mike and I'm like, wow. You know, I do feel very,
She pinches me.
I do. I'm like, instead of pinching myself, I'm like, am I awake? No, I just feel, I don't understand it, but I'm happy to play along. I mean, I feel very, very, very grateful for the work that I get to do.
Sometimes it's hard to be a woman.
And just quickly, you guys do your own vocals in this show, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you guys have some pipes. You guys got to go on the road together.
On the road?
Yeah.
Go on the road with me?
Why, we're so busy. Well, we'd have to block out some time, I guess. We could come to Minneapolis. That's
Come
a
to
big
Minneapolis.
Yeah.
We'll bring Ron. We have to bring Ron.
We have to
do
bring our
vocal.
singing coach,
Yeah.
though. We're out of practice, you know. We practice so much to sing those songs, and then you stop, and then you kind of go back to square one. You guys start.
No, that's why you have to sing with me every time I ask you to sing the harmony.
Right.
We're not going to be prepared for our tour.
You can launch your tour in Minneapolis.
There you go.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Look at our boy Ted.
He's so happy.
He's like the grin on his face. If we can get back in there, by the way, and actually get a still frame of Ted just watching her answer all of his questions like this.
The actual, like the star in the eyes
Yeah.
emoji, that was Ted the
He's like,
entire
hi,
time.
I love you, Jessica Chastain. Great job, Ted.
I mean, I don't blame him though. She is beautiful. She is talented. I mean, everybody would be lucky.
Tell me
to
more
talk to.
about anybody from Sacramento.
Oh, Sacramento's own Jessica Chastain, right? Yeah, it's like in the hierarchy of like talent. It's like Jessica Chastain is 1, Greta Gerwig is 2, and then I'm
Pierre
a
Nugent
close
is
third.
3, right
yeah,
there.
very
Yeah,
close
it's just
third. Yeah.
on the Mount
I'm
Rushmore.
right behind both of them. Eventually, I'll catch up.
You're
yeah.
on the Mount Rushmore, you know?
I don't disagree whatsoever.
Look at that.
I can't disagree at all.
George and Tammy is available on Showtime, and Jessica is up for a Best Actress in a Limited Series at tomorrow night's Golden Globes, so you know what that means. Producer Ted is holding a watch party at his estate.
That's right.
For those who are interested in attending. I think
I'm
it's
gonna
like
have to watch
behind the
that
Golden
now.
Corral.
Yeah, is that where it is?
Yeah.
Sounds about right for producer Ted.
That'd be nice.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
In the parking lot.
I'm gonna have to watch the Golden Globes now.
Stand by your man. Playing it in the break.
Did you even know that song? Have you even known?
Stand by your man.
I don't think you can say that's. I think it's a copyright issue. I don't think you can sing like the full song.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to.
Is there a way of making me stop singing?
No, I'm just trying not to get us fined.
Sure.
Yeah.
Got it. Welcome back. It's Monday, and every Monday we see what you have to say about the show and like my excellent singing. It's time for the Jason Show mailbag. Wasn't very good, was it?
No, it was
I
great.
am no Tammy Wynette. Anyway, first up, some comments about a show Jason and I argued a few weeks ago. We've argued about this a lot, actually. Emily in Paris on Netflix. He's tired of it.
Okay.
I love it. Christina says, Kendall, thank you for recommending Emily in Paris. I would never have chosen this, but started watching last night, and I'm on season 2, episode 6, and loving it. She watched all those in one night.
Is it on season 3 yet?
Yeah, we're on season 3.
You're on season 3, okay.
And
yeah.
she's not the only one. Mary Jo on Instagram says, I'm afraid I have to side with Kendall. I watched all 3 seasons and love it.
Got it.
I love it.
Every single time I have done this show with you, that show has come up in conversation.
Really?
Emily in Paris, I have heard all about it. I
It's a
still haven't watched
sign.
it. Yeah, I know, but maybe it's a sign that I finally need to watch
Now
it.
you need to.
Yeah,
It's
I know.
good. Season 3 is out. out?
I'm gonna get. Oh, Jeff's shaking his head no. Oh, Addie's shaking her head no too.
You guys, just watch it.
Wow. Okay, maybe that'll be for next week's mailbag. We'll see. Cheryl is next. She has a question about last Friday's show when Jason interviewed the show's team. She asks, how was Kendall attacked by a coyote? I'm sorry, a what now? You were attacked by a coyote?
No.
That wasn't clear on last Friday's show.
Okay.
Explain this to me, please. What happened? Is that why your nails are the way they are? The coyote?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for pointing them out again,
Sorry.
Pierre.
Sorry.
Just crawl into my hole. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
was
Karen.
worried for a second that you got attacked by a coyote.
Okay, we made a joke that I don't sing anymore because I was attacked by a coyote and it took my throat, and actually my voice isn't even my real voice.
Wow.
It was a joke.
So
It was a joke.
So a coyote, you were not actually attacked by a coyote.
No, I was
then.
attacked
Okay.
by a snake once. Don't forget, my daddy shot the snake after my mom took a pitchfork to it and it didn't work.
That's, again, we'll have that story on tomorrow's show. More teasing. Like we've already filled tomorrow's show, no problem.
It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, Linda and Stephanie sent us this picture saying, thank you for the Christmas card. We wanted to give you all a place of honor and our Christmas tree.
That's very nice.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That is very, very nice.
I love that picture
Look at
of
that.
the two of us.
Jason looks so happy to be hugged by you in that picture.
I know.
Yeah.
That's not how he really feels all the time. So he's like, why are you touching me again? I'm always hugging too much. Okay.
And now he's sending you photos from Hawaii, evidently.
That's probably why he's trolling me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You can stay
Yeah.
connected with the show on social media. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Just search Jason Show TV. I'm Kendall Mark. And what's your Instagram? The Nuge?
At @the_Nuge. N-O-U-J.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll be right back, everybody.
That
was right.
I like the. Oh man. The show's almost over. It just flies by. This show.
All 59 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. How many we got? 12 minutes? No.
Yeah.
6.
We're-
I
just
can't
don't
do
do math.
Yeah.
We're not doing math.
Welcome back to the Jason Show, everybody, where we don't do math, and they are the movies you watch anytime they're on TV, no matter how many times you've seen them. Odds are we all have a guilty pleasure, right, Kendall?
It's true, but Entertainment Weekly just named the best guilty pleasure movies. Now, the list includes 20 movies, and one actor has 3 in the top 20.
Really?
Can you guess who it is?
Nope.
And if anyone tries to hurt one of my new friends, I would take them out. I would make them suffer so much that they'd wish they were never born. And if they ran, I would hunt them down. Thank you, Kathy.
Oh, God, I've seen that movie so many times. That's Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality. It's such a great movie. If you've never seen it, you are missing out. She also made the list with Hope Floats and Practical Magic. Also obsessed with Practical Magic.
Okay.
Nicole Kidman's in that, too.
That's right. Yes,
Uh-huh.
that's right. Yep.
So good, so good.
So
Okay,
good.
someone else with multiple movies on the list. J-Lo. Jennifer Lopez scored with the romantic comedies Made in Manhattan in 2020. 2002. God, really?
That was
Is
a long time
ago?
ago.
Not just
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Not
Duh.
2020.
Monster-in-Law was the other one with Jane Fonda from 2005. I didn't love Monster-in-Law, but
Okay.
I've loved Made in Manhattan. And the other one where she plays the wedding planner. She's the wedding planner.
She's the wedding planner. She's the wedding planner. The wedding planner.
Good. And they're just so dumb.
I mean, they sound like they belong in holiday movies. I know you love a good holiday movie.
Sure do.
Yeah, you do.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. A cult classic comedy from the 90s earned a spot. Remember this?
Okay, and life preservers. These we may need. Although, what are the odds of us actually hitting a lake? My money says, if anything, it's gonna be a mountain. To inflate, put it around your neck and yank down on the tab.
I can't
He's a big dumb animal, isn't he, folks?
Big dumb animal.
That's David Spade and the late Chris Farley in Tommy Boy. That one is an all-time classic. That one never gets old for me.
Oh,
Love
that one is so good. That
It's
one's like
so good.
Caddyshack. Like it's on and you have to watch it.
Classic movie Tommy Boy is. Another movie from the 90s on the list, the action thriller Con Air with Nicolas Cage. I cannot believe it is. That movie came out in what, 94 or something like that? Around mid-90s, something like that? Still haven't seen it.
Me neither.
Still haven't seen Con Air.
Me
I know, I
neither.
can't believe, and I love Nicolas Cage. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, the guy is just pure entertainment, but I have to rectify this. I think I'm going to go home today and watch Con Air.
We are going to be talking a little bit more about Nicolas Cage in just a moment, right, Pierre?
Yes, we sure are. Yeah, absolutely.
Next up, one of the guiltiest pleasures of all time from 1995.
Nice dress.
Thanks. I bought it at Versace. In the forum?
Oh yeah, Versace. I love Versace.
Me too.
Oh, God. Oh, that's Elizabeth Berkley in Showgirls.
Yeah, that's I remember back in the day when that came out, it was a pretty popular movie at the time.
Was it?
I mean, what did we say? 95?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a popular movie for me. But
How old were you in 95?
11.
11. Okay, there we go.
But I got to admit, watching it as an adult, I was like, that's maybe not the best
So
movie
what
in
you're
the world.
saying is that a movie with beautiful women trying to be showgirls was very popular for you at 11 years old.
Other movies on the list include Pretty Woman, The Mummy, St. Elmo's Fire, and Twilight.
Oh, Edward Cullen. Oh,
Yeah,
God, okay.
absolutely.
Okay, we wanted to share our guilty pleasure
Yes.
movies. For me, the rom-com How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days with Kate Hudson
Great
and
movie.
Matthew McConaughey.
Great movie.
I have this movie on all the time. It's
Yep.
like comfort food for me. I don't even have to watch it. My love Fern.
Great movie.
It's such a good, just put it on. The soundtrack's fantastic. Their chemistry's great.
Yep.
I mean, who
I'm
needs
with
anything
you.
better? And look at them. They're all beautiful people. Just
I'm
watch
with you.
it.
Terrific movie. Mine stars, again, Nicolas Cage.
Oh,
you know
weird.
It. The action-adventure movie National Treasure from 2004. When this movie is on, I don't care what time of day, what channel it's on, I am watching it. Love this movie. I'm kind of a geography dork at heart, so I
Really?
love
Do you love Dan Brown?
I do. I like
See? Yeah.
scavenger hunt stuff, traveling around the world kind of stuff. I'm into that sort of thing, so I love that movie. That's
It's a
my
good one.
Yeah.
You put that one in there, and I was like, ooh, touche.
Yeah.
Touche.
See, I'm good for something on this show.
Tell us what your movies are, because we've probably
Please.
seen them a million times on social media. Again, Jason Show TV.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Let's always put it like this, like
Yeah.
we were gonna read it.
Very important, just like that.
Married to Cameron Diaz. The other brother.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Sorry, everybody, just bumping some good Charlotte here during the break.
Just talking about who's married to who in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. Hey,
Fitting.
what do you know? World segment right now. World shortest segment. Okay, read the teleprompter. Today a picture. Jeff's face. Today a picture from a viewer named Mustafa. You have to see. Okay, this is great. He says, I walked into work today at Walser Polar Mazda in White Bear Lake. Everyone complimented his sweater and someone yelled, oh my gosh, look at the TV. Here's why. Mustafa happened to be
my
wearing
God.
the exact same sweater as Jason was wearing in the show we repeated last week. He says,
No way.
talk about a crazy coincidence. I love his face. He's like, you stole my look.
That is brilliant. That should be on the Christmas card next year. That's fantastic.
It's true.
Oh my God. We'll be right back, everybody. That's so good.
Right?
Oh man. Welcome back, everybody. I think we've started the week off strong.
I think so too.
A strong start to the week.
Come on.
This audience certainly helps. That's
Solid
for darn
A.
sure. Absolutely. Terrific audience. Yeah, we're up for that. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for our surprise goodbye. All right, lion versus porcupine. Who do you think would come out on top? It was a battle of two zoo creatures at the San Antonio Zoo recently. Lucky for the porcupine, the lion was inside a glass enclosure. As you can see, the lion was very interested in the prickly visitor, following every move it made. Zookeepers say Elmer, the porcupine, loves to go on walkabouts throughout the zoo.
He goes on walkabouts? He just walks himself through the zoo?
Look at the lioness there. She is awfully interested in what's taking place. I'm a little worried for the porcupine. Thank God there's a
Like a chunk of meat.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, she's just stalking him.
Did you know that I once made a friend with a lioness at a zoo?
I did. Please tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Please
It was
tell me all
here
about
on the
that.
show in Duluth. I did. I was
Was
best
it?
friends with the lion. She's now dead. But Tiger, she was a
Wait,
tiger.
she was a
We
tiger,
were such
not a
good
lion.
friends. I know what kind of a cat she is.
It was a tiger? It wasn't Tiger? You said it was a
I
lion?
think we're running out of time, so we should just
Are
stop
we?
discussing this. Tomorrow on the Jason Show, we're talking live to Jane Krakowski and Randy Jackson.
Can't wait for that.
That's pretty exciting.
That'll be awesome.
They're back with a new season of Name That Tune, this time featuring celebrities.
I like that. I can't wait to talk to them.
And guess what? You're back.
I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back all week. Have a great time on the Jason Show. Make it a great week, everybody.